Hello everybody, it's Ian again from SimBuild UK. I just thought I'd show my cockpit sim parts main instrument panel as it comes out of the box. I spent about an hour and a half unwrapping everything. It was unbelievably well wrapped. I can't praise them enough for the amount of bubble wrap they used, and all the parts were wrapped individually so they didn't rub. Any parts that did go together were put back to back so the faces didn't rub each other. It was best packing I've ever seen of any part I've ever had delivered, I think. I say it took me about an hour and a half to sit there and unwrap everything. That is not a complaint at all. That is absolute praise to cockpit sim parts. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring these parts in no particular order. I've just got them all laid out all around me. I just haven't got the space at the moment to show you everything all at once. What I may do is do this part with the close-up of the parts and then probably lay them all out on the floor in order that they should be layered up how they would be when it's built. So I'm going to start with the biggest bits. There's three of these parts. This is the main back panel. This is the captain side back panel, which everything will mount to. I believe it's 5mm, quite a hard, I don't know if it's perspex or some sort of composite, but it's quite tough. Painted both sides with the openings in here for where you're going to mount your components so the backlight can shine through. You can see the finish on it is absolutely flawless. Not that much of it's going to be seen by the time you've got everything else mounted on top, but all the holes are drilled where they should be. So that's the captain side. You've then got the centerpiece. This is the back, so they've put a nice X there on to make sure you know which way you're putting it. So the X is the back. Again, flawless finish. And then finally you've got the first officer side. Obviously with it, I mean, it is tough. It's a little bit flexible, but obviously it's going to need some sort of support frame to stop it bending when you're pushing the buttons, etc. I know that once all the other panels are mounted to it, it's going to stiffen it up quite a bit, but I still don't think it's going to be strong enough to support itself. So I'm going to build an external frame out of timber. So that's the three back panels. On top of that, you've then got other panels that mount. So if I bring one of the back panels in again, this should mount. Hang on, that's the captain's one. Just bring in the captain's side. So this is where the captain's chrono would go, and then it would be something like that. And then you've got, bearing in mind this is my first look at it, so I'm kind of making it up as I go along here. This would somehow mount on here, maybe there's another panel. But like I said, I'll put it all together properly at the end, which will show you how it's supposed to be layered up properly. I'm just literally bringing the parts out of the box as they come to me. Okay, next up we've got these are the Chronos themselves. Here you can just see in there, this looks like some sort of plate that's been screwed together, so it's got to come apart to reveal the captain's and first officer's chrono. Again, it's been packed like that to protect the face from any marks, which is absolutely superb. What else we've got? We've got a part of the first officer's side. This I've sort of started to layer up. I believe that might be the brake pressure gauge. I'm not sure, we'll have a look later. But yeah, you get an idea of how the parts start to layer up. And so we've got the holes in here which line up with the writing for your backlighting to shine through. There's some more layer up parts. This is the looks like the first officer's chrono part, and this is the standby instruments panel by the look of it, with a blanking plate for the top one. There's some more chrono parts. Here's some of the backlighting panels and the ground proximity warning, again layered up. I'll give you a sample of the quality of the engraving. Very nice. It's another part of the captain's side. Focus camera, come on. There we go, you're with us again. Again, cut out for all the backlighting. This back layer would peel off. It's got a protective layer on it, so that would peel off to allow your backlighting to shine through. Right, so many parts. Here's the speed brake part with the surrounds and a bit of perspex for the flap gauge. While we're on the flap gauge, that's also included, all ready to be wired up. It's got a little servo in there. Yeah, so that would sit behind there somehow. Yeah, screw holes line up, and then it's got a clear perspex cover to go over it. Landing gear panel. Oh, camera's really playing up today, I'm sorry. Landing gear panel. Again, it's layered up. It's going to be fun working out where all these parts go and what layer goes with which. We've got some extra parts here that for your nose wheel steering. I'm not sure what these parts go with yet. They look like they go together with something else, maybe some other faceplate that I've not come across yet or have already come across. There's some of these clear faceplates which will go over your MIP screens. There's the bezels for the screens, all properly cut with, as the real one is, with the rounded edge and then the square edge. So there's one of them for each screen. There's lots of these parts which my memory lets me down of where they go. I have seen them. I think they go below the screens from memory. But I mean, it really is a full kit. The one I ordered is the Pro kit, which I think includes those big backing plates, which I'm not sure if the other versions of the MIP do. I think that's all the panels out of the way. We're now on to fixings and bags of bits. There's some enunciators here for the gear, and other bits, flat enunciators. Bag of some switches and some more enunciators, stab out a trim. There's all sorts in there. Some more backing plates too. A bag of like dimmers and switches, heavy duty switches. Big bag of rotary encoders, some 30 degree, some 45 degree detents, and LEDs in there as well, all with labels showing you what colour. Some of the safety toggle caps as well for your switches. They'll be for the ground proximity part, I would think. Some more smaller parts here. That looks like pure gauge behind that sticker. More button caps and backing plates, similar to how the FMC was done. Looks like they've got to be layered up. Another Chrono faceplate there. There's a bag of annunciator boxes. Bag of Bowen style knobs, and my camera is playing up again. I'm so sorry. It's quite warm in here today and I don't think it's liking the heat too much. Come on, focus. There we go. Yeah, bag of bow knobs that need to be painted. All different types in there. Looks like they've got a thread in there for a grub screw. And a little something else I added to my order with the MIP was this ethos kit. Obviously I need two, but to start with I just ordered one to see what it was like, and already impressed with the quality. And with that came the kit with the encoders, knobs and buttons to get it all up and running. What I'm not seeing though is any actual faces for the individual buttons. It's not in this bag. It may be in one of the other bags. I'll have to open them up and see what we've got. But if not, it will only take a message to Sam and he'll get them sorted. Like I said in the previous video, very good on responses. I've chatted to him this morning. He even responds on a Sunday. He's always there if you want to ask any questions or get in touch with him for any reason. Last part is the brake pressure gauge. Again, all ready to go. Just needs interfacing with whatever card you're going to be running. I think for the main instrument panel, at the moment I'm going to be using MobiFlight. I'm still playing with MobiFlight and SimVim. So at this stage I'm not sure which one I'm going to be going with. I like MobiFlight in the fact that you can use more than one Arduino. To me that's a lot easier and a lot less messing about. But the interfacing is a little bit more difficult. With SimVim you can only use one Arduino and you have to use breakout boards, which to me it's just going to seem like a lot of hassle. I know people have done it and they said it's very easy, but I just like the idea of having an Arduino per panel. So like my FMC has got its own Arduino, and then the pedestal will have its own Arduino. The MIP will have a couple of Arduinos, the FMC will have a couple of Arduinos, the overhead will probably have 3 Arduinos. That's how I want to make my panel kind of modular. But we'll see how it goes. SimVim are talking about bringing in support for extra Arduinos, so that may swing my decision. But this looks like it's layered up very similar to the FMC, so the buttons would fit to here. Very nice. Okay, that just about wraps up all the parts. So what I'll do now is put it together. I think on the floor is going to be the only place I got big enough, but I don't know if you can see, but my floor is also a very Boeing grey colour, so I don't know how that's going to stand out, but we'll give it a go and see. Okay, I'm sorry if I sound a bit distant. I've had to walk away from my mounted microphone to lay this out on the floor, but here it is, all laid out and in order. You can see how it's all layered up to look as it should. I've just laid the gauges where they go. The other round hole that you can see is for the where are we? Here somewhere. There. That's for the yaw damper gauge. There's no actual working yaw damper included in this kit. on the end here is the dummy one. Up the top here is all the bag of bits which we showed you earlier, and the Perspex screen covers which will go in these holes once the screens are fitted. But overall, I'm over the moon with the quality from Cockpit Sim Parts. And you can see my little sneak preview of my FMC. Do you know what? I've got FMC stuck in my head since I've been building that. MCP, which is from Hispa Panels. I've started work on that, which will be coming up in a future video. Still got another ethos missing from this side, but I want to build that one first. There we go, there's just a little preview of the full MIP Pro from Cockpit Sim Parts. Obviously all the smaller parts will feature in later videos as I start to fit the buttons, etc. But I just wanted to give a full overview as I take it out of the box, for you all to see what you get when you order from them.